All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today is a big day. Today, I finished the full non-Euclidean room slash map generator, or at least it's functioning now. The end product that I was looking for has been brought into existence. It's the culmination of about a month's worth of hairline reducing levels of debugging and Godot engine wrangling. It's basically like a dungeon generator, but it creates rooms on the fly and connects them in a kind of non-Euclidean fashion. So to start, we won't be getting into subrooms just yet. So we'll make that chance very ridiculous. Unless you see me hit a 1% chance in this video, which you probably won't. So every simulation starts in this little starting room with a single door just to kind of get you oriented. And these doors will lead you to your next room. And what you'll automatically notice is that every time you enter a new room, every way to, like, kind of every doorway leads to a completely new room. So that starting room is no longer there. And anytime you walk through these portals, it takes you to a completely different room, and you can just do that infinitely. The kind of room generator here just creates, like, it does some math and kind of randomly generates side lengths. And for actually cutting a hole into these, like, for a doorway, it's actually using like three meshes, like just three quads, and then positioning them and scaling them in a way that kind of cuts a little hole into the wall. Anywho, you can explore like this forever. You are not meant to see this yet. Shoot, we hit a 1% chance. That is crazy. This is a subroom. So every single one of these walls that don't have a door on them can kind of have a hole cut into them and have another room appended onto them. And these rooms walls can also have a hole cut into them and have another room appended on them. Now that doesn't go infinitely. There is a limit to it. Um, I did in an earlier video I showed off what it looked like kind of without that limit, and it could recurse infinitely, and it just wasn't. It was just way too much, like computationally. Like if we're creating a new room for every single one of these doors, and each one of those new rooms could go on infinitely, that's just ridiculous. Like that's just insane. It's not really something I wanted to move forward with. Oh my god, again, that's insane. All right, well I guess no need to hide it now. We can increase the subroom chance back to normal. Now, normally this simulation is a bit of an egregious example. Every wall has like 50% chance of being a door wall and a 50% chance of being a subroom. So it's really like someone saying, oh, yeah, that's one of the issues here with the way the portals work. Each portal has like a camera. Oh my god, back to back. Each portal has a camera on the other side of it that manipulates its position based on the player camera's position. So it kind of gives this illusion that we're peeking into this. It gives it the illusion that they're connected when really that other camera is just rendering what it sees onto a texture on the wall. So it looks like we're peering into the next room and we're not. But sometimes if there's something in front of this camera, it will show that and it'll kind of ruin the illusion. So that was that solid wall there. But there's not really a good way of solving that. I have like a kind of like makeshift way of doing it, but I don't know if it'll work perfectly. Anywho, oh, this is an interesting one. So I kind of made it so you can hang out in the threshold just to see how the spaces don't make sense, like here. But once you actually walk through the door and it closes, then that's when all the new rooms are created and it doesn't lead to the same place. Now you might have noticed a little freeze every time I walk through a door, and that's the computer rendering every single possible next room which here, like, let's see how many it just did there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 rooms just in an instant like that. That's just way too much. Like, my solution for that is going to be multi-threading, where it'll do it kind of in the background as you hang out in the room. And then once all the rooms are ready, it'll unlock the doors and you can walk through them. The only reason you're not, like, it's a bit hard to notice is because my PC is really fast. Um, in a slightly, like, lower end PC, this would just be a nightmare to run, and we do not want that. Um, so yeah, every room's generated like completely on the fly. Like, if you don't want the magic rune, I'd click off now. But if I go in free fly here, every room is just completely self-contained, and the manager like kind of loops through each of these doors and renders a whole room and kind of just sets it aside. So none of these doors are really connected like spatially. It's just portals that make it seem like that. And see how I just walk through and kind of choose this room. So then this room is sent back to the origin, and then rinse and repeat. It creates all the next rooms, and then once I go through a door, I say, yeah, I want this one. And then it does the same thing. It moves it back to the origin, and then creates all the next ones. Rinse and repeat to infinity. It's so cool. I'm so proud of this. It's definitely not perfect. I've showed off the bugs. There's another kind of bug where sometimes the geometry like won't let you walk through the portal. But again, I've got a weird solution for it, but it might be a solution. I'll just need to spend the next like just the rest of the summer implementing my solution. um, I'm definitely like I might take just a little break. Oh yeah, here's the other issue. My debugger here is yelling at me because I don't have any more room for samplers, for rendering samplers. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what that means. After consulting Google, apparently the best way to go about it is to just like increase the max amount of samplers, but that's a bit sketchy. Like that, I feel like that could cause some great big issues later down the line, and it's probably more of a performance thing, which I am in some way trying to work on. So we'll see if it sorts itself out over time. I mean, like, it isn't really causing any issues with the gameplay. Like, I didn't even notice it my first time around when I got this working. Like, I had to really, I had to look through the debugger to find it. But anyway, I believe that's all I have to show. I'm really just wandering around at this point. But yeah, I appreciate you watching this all the way through. I cannot wait to get this fully going. Because I want the final product to kind of be like a first-person shooter roguelike kind of thing. Like if you ever seen Post Void or Ultra Kill, it's a lot like that sort of thing. Or at least that's the kind of vibe I'm trying to go for. With these like infinite rooms. Ah, see, there it is again. Isn't that so lame? Yeah, I'd like to fix that soon. Anywho, that is it. That is all. Thank you so much, and I will see you.